The older I get, the more I realize something strange about the world. Everyone believes they're right. Muslims believe Islam is the final truth. Christians believe Jesus is the only path to salvation. Jews believe they are God's chosen people. Hindus believe the universe is a part of a cycle that has been spinning forever. Buddhists believe enlightenment comes from letting go of attachment. Every single one of them believes the others are wrong. Billions of people, thousands of years of history, thousands of religions. So, here's the question that keeps bouncing around my head. How in the world are you supposed to know which one is truly accurate? If you were born in Saudi Arabia, chances are you grew up Muslim. If you were born in India, chances are you grew up Hindu. If you were born in America, chances are you grew up Christian. So, is belief about truth? Or is it mostly about geography? That's the uncomfortable question no one really likes to sit with. Take Christianity, for example. Christians talk about faith all the time. Faith in God, faith in the Bible, faith that Jesus died for their sins. But what exactly is faith? Is faith believing something because you've examined the evidence? Or believing something even when you don't have evidence? Because if faith just means believing something strongly enough, then every religion on earth has faith. A devout Muslim has faith, a Hindu has faith, a Christian has faith. But they can't all be right, now can they? And that's where things start to get complicated. Most people assume the Bible we read today dropped out of the heavens exactly the way it is. But historically, that's not what happened. You see, the Bible is actually a collection of books, dozens of them. Different authors, different periods, different languages. Over centuries, religious leaders had to decide which books counted and which ones did not. That's where early Christian writings like the Gospel of Thomas, the Gospel of Mary, the Book of Enoch, and many others that didn't make it into the final version, most Christians read today. Some were left out, some were debated, some were rejected entirely. So when people say the Bible is one book, that's not exactly accurate. It's more like a library that went through a very long editing process. Then you add translation on top of that. The earliest parts of the Bible were written in Hebrew. Later parts were written in Greek. Then they were translated into Latin, and eventually into modern languages like English. Every translation involves choices. Words don't always mean the same thing across languages, though. And sometimes, those choices change the way passage is understood. So when someone says the Bible clearly says this, you really have to wonder, which translation, which interpretation, which tradition? Because there are thousands of Christian denominations, and many of them disagree on major issues. Catholics, Baptists, Orthodox, Pentecostals, Lutherans, Methodists, all reading the same book, all reaching different conclusions. And that brings me back to the original question. If truth really is out there, why is it so hard to pin down? Why does it depend heavily on where you were born? What culture raised you, and what books your tradition decided to keep? Maybe one religion is right. Maybe none of them are. Maybe the truth is bigger than anything humans may have managed to write down. Or maybe, and just maybe, we've all been trying to understand something so enormous that every religion only captured a small piece of it. Now, I don't know that for a fact, and maybe that's the most honest answer everyone can give. Not certainty, not blind belief, just willingness to keep asking questions.